To access our ServiceNow integration, let's start by typing ServiceNow into the search bar on the left-hand side of Foglight. And you can see under Administration Integration, we have ServiceNow integration. Now, I already have my ServiceNow configured. And if I click on General Settings, I can see my particular ServiceNow integration. For the first time, you would come in and click in to configure your ServiceNow integration. You pick the ServiceNow instance information with your username and password, hit save, and you're good to go. Once you are configured, you can now then define which services from Foglight you wish to use to create incidents inside ServiceNow. In this case, I have a couple of the critical business services that I wish to notify on inside ServiceNow. I have my databases service, and I also have my Oracle rack. And inside here, I can define the category for the synchronized incident. And these are a few of the default ones that we have set up inside ServiceNow. I added one for Foglight purely for process, as since multiple teams are using ServiceNow, and this allows me to filter just on Foglight related incidents. And I don't have them set here, but I could define an assigned person to handle alarms on this service, and I could also define a group. I don't have those set up, and then to enable it, you just check the button for enable disable synchronization. In here, I can also be much more prescriptive about the filters, the alarms that I want to send, so I can exclude and include and exclude particular rules and alarms. I can also get very specific via Groovy scripting to limit this to individual servers, for example. So a lot of rich functionality inside here that lets me control what gets sent. So again, you can see here, I can filter by rule, I can exclude critical and warning, so I'm only sending fatal alarms to ServiceNow. I can also, as I mentioned, exclude individual server instances, so get even more fine-grained. And if you click on the alarms here, we can see that inside this group, inside the service, I have 5 alarms at this moment in time, and each of them have created incidents. And I can see here, for example, I have an incident 10274 in a new state. So let's take a look in my service now, and I actually have this one pre-populated, and you can see 10274 sitting as a new incident. So let's do this. We'll mark this as active, and I will reduce the impact. In fact, let's mark this as awaiting some information from the user. It's still, let's downscale this so that we know that we're working on it, and I can add additional information, which assignment group I want to assign this to, and all of the things that you would do as a ServiceNow administrator. Right now, I'm just marking this as awaiting user information, and I will hit update. And then in the next 15 minutes, you should see that updating inside Foglight. Our frequency of updates is generally about 15 minutes when we do the repull from ServiceNow. Now we can see that the Foglight status has been updated with the incident state. So we can see that my incident 10274 is now showing a state of in progress. So what happens if we then close this out inside ServiceNow. So let's resolve this incident inside ServiceNow. I'll quickly add some comments. Of course, when doing this in real life, one would use much more verbose and accurate information. Inside Foglight, you have the ability to update what you would like to happen with the Foglight alarm upon resolving or clearing the incident inside ServiceNow. So I can update the cancelled to acknowledged until normal or cleared. I can update resolved to, again, cleared, acknowledged, or acknowledged until normal. In this case, what I want to do is hit resolved and acknowledge it so that we can still see these alarms once we update the filter. I'm going to hit save. And we're good to go. Now let's just wait for 15 minutes again and see the update inside Foglight. Now we can see that Foglight has refreshed and updated the table, and the incident is now marked as resolved. If I change the status back to resolved to cleared, this alarm would then disappear from the next time. So let's do that. Now we can see that the incident 10273 has cleared from the Foglight synchronization table. We can see that another one that we have resolved is now showing up here too.